All right, welcome back. We are going to do our bonus prompt. I was thinking it was going to take a bit long today for our language learning session, but no, it was pretty on time. So that means we get to do an extra prompt. So we got 3 double prompts to go, right? Including this one. So if I complete this one, which I will, tomorrow, then we have 26, 28, 27, 28, right? 27, 28. And the following day is 30 and 31 at midnight. Yep. Actually, I might only have to do one. We'll see. I have one extra day. One extra day that I don't have to do a double prompt. So we're basically doing as much as we can, and then if fatigue comes up or something comes up, then I'll take the one less prompt day. If I'm on point, I can actually end October without doing the 31st prompt on the day of. Probably right as we cross midnight. Let's start with our new. Let's take a new canvas. Oh, whoa. Actually, I totally forgot to save this. That would have been a disaster. Done it before. There is an autosave, so that's what saved me before. Alright, now let's get a new canvas going. Alright, so this next one is kind of fun. Fun in a way that you can do it on digital art, but I can also see how I would do it in traditional as well. So the new one is puzzle or puzzling. It's kind of a mix of what I did before. Only we kind of remixed it with a new catch. So we'll see how it works out. I think the composition is a lot more enjoyable than its complexity. I'm not pushing too many things here, so let's hopefully this will be more of an experimental thing. Let's start with our usual subject. Okay. I think having the usual subject over and over again has been a boon to focusing on other things. Although I still haven't gotten the shape of his head properly. Every single time the head is just slightly different. Sometimes substantially different. We don't have to be too crazy on this one. Okay, his forehead is too small, but that's okay. I'm not very good at drawing expressive faces, but it's a pretty funny one. Oops. Let me... Gonna pull his head up. But oh no. Oh. Okay. Okay. Hmm. I think it's good enough. Uh, sausage fingers. That's what we're going for. Sausage fingers. Okay. This is kind of a meta piece. So first, let's get this stuff cleaned up. This is as close as I get to hands. Sausage fingers. Okay. It's still like meh. Okay. Oh, screwed up your eyes from that pole. Might actually be better before the pole. Enough. We'll fix it later. Alright. So, I have to do this part first, right? Kind of want to make his head bigger. Okay. All right. Does the background matter? Not this time. Yeah, we're just gonna do a trick here. So we're not gonna worry about background. Good enough. This is the fastest way. I don't know why I keep doing it. What I have to do is trace the outside. Boop. Okay. I seem to have decided to make the guy open his mouth a lot lately. I don't want to change up his eyes for the future. I used to do green eyes. He's not in the forest. This time, frightened, shocked, so the eyes are scrunched up. Can't do much with that. Such a comical expression. All right. Hmm. What's my thought on the afterlife? I don't think about it. Is there a reason you're thinking about it? It's an interesting concept. I don't usually think about it. Yeah, you were questioning yourself with a question if there is a God. Oh, that's interesting. And what has that led you to? Is there a particular reason that your thoughts about that? Or do you think about it quite often? I don't usually think about it too often, so I guess I'm asking the questions this time. I mean, you've done Bible studies in Christianity and you own a Bible, I see. They're new to it, but you get this uncomfortable when questioning things about the book. Huh. Well, it is what makes it spiritualism. So hopefully you find some respite in that. Otherwise, certainly a thing to choose not to. It is kind of how fate works. So I don't know what to tell you about that. If you're questioning, the whole idea is to having unconditional fate. Faith. Sorry, not fate. Faith. Okay. Now we do our cleanup. And then I have a gimmick for this one. So you say you're relatively new to it. I suppose the goal now is to create some sort of basis on which you can have faith in the unconditional. I said this before when people ask me if like I have like a set of spiritualism. While my family doesn't necessarily have spiritualism, like a practice of it, there is fundamental values and stuff that deals with, one could argue, a set of superstitions. That may sound like the trusting of fate or some sort of mysticism, and I do too, but I don't necessarily spend my days practicing or thinking about it in that way. And I've said this often to people, like, I have no like requirements for it. I think spiritualism is a very cathartic thing to have when one wants to have some semblance of control and trust in something that is consistent in their lives. This can be something that can be very useful for things like trying to find meaning in occurrences like grief, right? Grief is a really big one. I've said this before, where there is always a possibility for me to seek spiritualism in that way. I see spiritualism as a pragmatic thing that's born out of not being able to answer certain things. So when you're trying to answer or find questions, I'm not entirely sure if that was the intent. Really not my place. Not my place to say more than that, I suppose. I guess in more questioning your faith, guess you just think how we can sum up the world and how the universe works with a singular creator. You can barely define what consciousness is. Yeah, everything has been just linked to more questions. Yeah, that faith is a thing that is embraced opposite and maybe even a balancing point to trying to rely on answers. The idea of belief and whatnot is unconditional, right? It's often considered unconditional. So it's really, it can be very jarring if you're trying to question what it is antithesis of faith. Sorry, I keep saying faith, but I mean faith. The idea, the grand scheme of things about faith is to not question, but to believe. Again, I'm not a practitioner in any of it, so I'm only seeing it from the outside perspective. It can be far more than that, I imagine, but I'm not someone who has any experience with it. So what I see is it's a pragmatic way of being able to find comfort and some sort of catharsis and protection when life doesn't have the answers, right? When things are unanswerable, like mortality and the afterlife, existence, right? Post-mortem. I guess I don't think about those things as well because I don't have exposure to having those questions answered for me early. I might feel differently in the future. I may feel different in the future about that. You love this art, by the way? That's not. Thank you. We did one earlier. It was for Inferno. So we did this. I had extra time, so we're doing a second one. This was for Inferno. Now we're doing an extra prompt today. It's called the prompt is puzzling. Puzzling is the new one. So there's a gimmick to this, but I'm saving it for last. Largely because it takes me to finish the actual prompt first beforehand. Oh, there, onesie. Hello, hello. Looks like emo material. It can be emo material for sure. Although the prompt isn't done yet, the most important part of the prompt is still missing. It's kind of funny because you have to do so much before the prompt. I tend to do a lot of the things before the last thing. It's not really intentional. However, in this case, this one is definitely requires me to finish everything first. Last one was very similar to the Infernal piece. A lot of these are very emo potential. Like yesterday's one, the Firefly one is pretty emo potential too. I think my my quote-unquote style that is maturing from doing this so many times this year is largely a combination of the emote stuff. So most of it can be pretty and work for it. Okay. Do I want to do more? I don't think I need to do more. I've been doing a little too much. So now let's get to the main part. The prompt is puzzle. So I don't know if you see my other prompts, Jazz, but this is the first one, today. I think my Firefly one from yesterday was quite enjoyable. Actually, yesterday's one was pretty dang enjoyable. You mean Red Panda meow? I don't actually know what sound they make. I don't think they make a very I don't think they make a very intimidating sound. I'm not even entirely sure. Oh, they do like it's kind of somewhat of a cackle. Like you gotta hear the Red Panda sound. Yeah, it is. And then they kind of squeak. But they do make like a cackling sound, but no roaring. I don't remember hearing roaring. That would be kind of interesting if they do roar. Kind of like a raccoon. They're very similar to a raccoon. Yeah, for some reason they like to laugh. All right, so pretty much all we're done. Now the whole point of why I like why this is white, you know, like why it's brighter in the front and then darker in the back. There's a very important reason for that. And we're about to do that. There's a very important reason. Let's the background's gonna be just some like plain stuff. Trying to whoops. I'm trying to find like okay. Trying to find a balance here. All right. So now we have to do something that will be kind of actually, you know what? Maybe I want to just make the background consistent. So we're just gonna add texture to the background instead, and then I'll worry about it later. So blah 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 blah. Right, and then blah 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 blah. Let's throw in a little bit of blah blah blah, and then maybe like this. Okay, so right now that's fine. Right, now we gotta do our thing. It'll be a frame within a frame within a frame. Okay. I might want to make them smaller. Oh right, I don't need this this thing anymore. What? There we go. Okay. Today has been quite a relaxing day. We're getting our digital organization down pretty packed. Whoops. That is not the tool. Wait for it. Wait for it. Let's add a little bit of texture. Right. The question is, do I want to add something in it? Probably. A contrasting color. What's a contrasting color? Oh, this is where I do the... Not a contrasting, complementary color. Oh, I want it underneath. Okay. Alright, now I have to use my hands again. Alright. Actually, probably easier would be to... Don't pay attention to the crooked lines. It's fine. It'll get evened out in a bit. Alright. Oh my gosh. That help. Too big? Okay, so alright, I understand. Okay. I'm sure there's definitely an easier way to do this, but you know. This is kind of fun. Workhorse. It's like a coloring book. Anti-coloring book. So originally, I was gonna move all these puzzle pieces, but I think that's gonna take a while. So I'm not gonna do that. I was gonna use a magic wand and pull all the pieces out and then push them all, like mix them all up on a table. And then have him just be there. But I think this is good enough. The effect is there. And then hold up. Oops. Oh, wait, that didn't work. Hold. Oh, because I'm using eraser. Ah, no, that doesn't work. Hold up. Oh, this is good. This is taking a lot longer than I thought, but it has a really cool effect that I like. Yeah, it's doing what I think it's doing, which is cool. I'm trying to produce like texture and contact shadows very specifically. So the puzzles look like they're one is sunken in and the other one is popping out. All right, that's kind of the goal. Have a puzzle that's in and a puzzle that's out. A piece that's in and a piece that's out. And we're gonna do it every other piece. So it will look deliberate. If I did it manually the other way, this might have taken a lot longer. But it would have been... it might have not been that much longer. It would be sloppier though. I basically take a spray can and then outline, do the reverse, highlight and under every other piece. Way it's a lot more even. Now we can punch it after this, since I already did the layers. A really solid composition. Offset the workload. Never underestimate. Right? Never underestimate a good composition. And it was a coincidence that I chose 5x5, or not 5x5, but 5 across. 5 across is good. So it makes the center the big part. That's a coincidence. Never planned. Oops. Wait, did I screw up? Oh, I did screw up. Okay, hold up. Oh, no. It's because I have 6 pieces. Wait. Oh yeah, I screwed up. I'm supposed to do this piece. Ah! I did the wrong piece. That's fine. We're back on track. Slowly but surely. And you know, when peeps say something, oh, but you can't erase in like practical art, and I'm like, well, I would use tape in this case then. I'll plan it in layers using tape. And that's how I would produce this piece. Deliberately like have these lines. Oh, the setup would take the longer part than the practical, but it would be kind of fun to do it. Basically draw out the pattern and then tape it up, tape those specific parts up, that pattern, and then paint normally. And then at the end you rip the paint off and then you would get the same effect. I haven't ever thought about going back to traditional art. However, when I think about it, the stuff you learn from how to like layer stuff and then use like negative space and volume makes me want to give it a go, because you can have different tools and different things that can do the same thing. You just gotta be crafty about it. And I like that idea. Being crafty. Kind of running out of like texture brushes here on this side. Next year, new texture brushes next year. Can still do animation. Animation is a thing. Music is still a thing. I missed one! Oh my, that's gonna trigger me a little. I missed the line. Wait. Oh, because it was disconnected? I think we can salvage that. It was not connected enough, yeah. Ruined. So if I had to guess what this is, we're just gonna... Whoops. Nah, that's fine. Yeah, heck! Wait. Oh, this is attached to the thing. Alright, hold up. That's fine. We can, I can approximate. Yeah, that is a really neat effect. Now, the thing I can do now is I can bump. And then I can also bump this to create even more contrast. There we go. Hold up. I think I missed a few here. Actually, I kind of like it softer. It's not bad. I missed one here. Wait. Right here. I can probably just bump the blacks instead. Like this one. All right. Pretty good. All right. And then this is good enough. That was a lot of fun. Let's add a little bit more. think we're gonna do. Nah. I do like it a little bit darker. All right, a frame within the frame within the frame. Okay. How much time do we have? 2 hours? Okay, this took like 2 hours. Not too bad. We're really on the mark today. Oh. Okay, hold out. Okay. So, I don't know what word we're gonna use, what character we're gonna use for this. Oops. What to do? What to do? Puzzling. We could use Jigsaw puzzle. Whatever. probably gonna be white. Oops. Yeah. Hmm. Yeah, white is the balance. Okay. Or no, white. Okay. So puzzle. Puzzle. What world would that be? Heck. Jigsaw puzzle, they ended up using katakana, or its adopted word for Japanese. Let's see, we have we could use ping tool, maybe. Ping works, I guess. Huh. Interesting. They differ. Hmm. I could use tool. Oh, okay. Puzzling. Nah, guess we could use nozzle. Oh my word. I think the closest thing I'm gonna use is probably a stray. My. And what was it? Yeah. Me and my. We're gonna use me and my. Let's use that. Heck! Wrong layer! Sorry. Sorry. My bad. Okay. Oh, you are much taller this side. How did that happen? All right. We finished our second prompt in pretty reasonable time. I actually have time in the evening to look at other things, do other things. Let's see. Oh, right. Selection. So, what is this? Day 26? 28th? Wait, is this 26 or 27? 26. What was it? Puzzling? How do you spell puzzling? Yes. Alright, we did it. Yeah, this one was a really fun one. Very fun. I could make it slightly darker on the back here. Hold. Oh. Oh, that is not. Oh, that's the wrong thing. It's here. Okay. All right. All good. Oh, that's a wrap for me today. Pretty swift. Kept it within 8.5 hours. So that means we finished 26. We have 5 more prompts left, right? 5 prompts and 4 days. 5 prompts in 4 days. So tomorrow I'll do 2, right? I'll do 2. And then the next day I can do 1 a piece. And then it would be a review day. It would be a review day on Friday. So today's Tuesday. Oh, I actually have 1 more day than I thought I did. Yeah. So today is the 28th. Like it just turned the 28th. I'd be doing 2 today. So that would bring us up to 28, leaving 3 behind. And I can do a double prompt day on any one of those days. And I have an extra free day. No, I only have 3 days left, yeah, because of the review. So I have 5. I still have to do 2 double prompt days. So it's probably going to be tomorrow and the day after. And then we are doing our lesson day on the 31st, which will be a 2 thing. Maybe talk about Inktober or something like that at the end. And then immediately November 1st is day 300 of Wanikani. So I'm planning something. And that's kind of what I've been working on the side. I'm planning on what I'm gonna say and gonna do during the 1st of November. Starting off November strong, I suppose. Alright folks, that's a wrap for today. If you're gonna watch this later, arigatou gozaimasu, right? 谢谢. Always feel free to follow along. Hop in. There's, draw 1 or 2 things before the end of Inktober. I do this every year, so you can always prep and join me next year. Until then, I'll catch you guys next time, right? 皆さん、またね。大家下次见。見てくれてありがとう。感謝观看。Thanks for watching. Catch you guys on the next one. Bye bye.